Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, June the 16th. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. As always, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And I just hope that everybody is using good risk management. Never losing more on any one particular trade than you are willing to lose. So we've had some big moves this week, and in fact, look at this weekly candle here. We're over 300 pips in range. All the gaps have filled. We zoom out to the monthly. You can see we're putting in a new high for the year. Notice that we left the opening range for the month and the opening range for the week way behind. We're 215 pips above the opening range for the week. So if anybody took that breakout either on Tuesday or dipped back in on Wednesday right around, say, 2600 and rode it, you're up very nicely here on the pound. And once again, we're putting in a new high for the year. We're 36, 37 pips off that high at the moment. We are 721 pips above the above the yearly open, 1009 off the low, and once again 37 off the high. Inside bar traders, there was none here on the pound this week. It was all from last week. Anybody staying in that inside bar breakout, they're looking at over 300 pips of profit. And if you're looking at that inside bar from the month, if you stayed in that trade, that's over 400 pips of profit. So if you're more inclined to enter a trade and just leave it alone and watch it, those are your opportunities. Today, we only have 80 pips of range today. We've got some red news coming out in a couple of hours. We'll see how that plays out, but we do have the pound yen, the beast, over 270 pips of range today. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs over 100 in range, and most of them look like they're yen pairs. So the dollar's at 141. That's a huge move. Let me just flip over to that, because if you remember where the dollar come from back in January, down at 127. So once again, there's a couple of nice runs on the dollar yen. This hour, right at the moment, we put in, looks like a double top. Anybody likes those candle patterns? And actually, I'm kicking myself because I took a short right around here and I only took 2 pips. But I was trading off of my phone. I was still horizontal, just to let you know, and I just grabbed a couple of quick pips. But because trading off the phone, I have a rule, I shouldn't even do it, but every now and then I just see something that looks juicy. But you just don't have all the tools available on the phone. You really can't look at the chart when you're trading, so it's almost okay if you're doing a set stop loss and TP to enter it that way, but to try and do scalping or that type of trading, phone's not the proper tool for the job, that's for sure. You can see here we crisscrossed the daily open a few times, and who knows, we might even cross it again. Red Rats had a couple of opportunities to feast here. Bambino flex indicator said to go long. Near R1, the bias is short, and you can see it's paid off twice. Right now, 27 pips worth. but we haven't hit the daily pivot yet. And who knows, maybe with that news we'll get it. We'll have to wait and see. On the H4, you can see we've got a missed pivot here and some more missed pivots. And these missed pivots on H4, they seem to get taken out, but sometimes it takes a day or two for that to happen. So you can see here we had a missed pivot, got it the next day. This one hasn't been taken out, came close, hand grenade close. I think that only missed it by 2 pips, 4 pips. Let's see, 26, 23, 8 pips. This one missed by 4 pips, and this one's missing by about 30 at the moment. Weekly was taken out, and the monthly's taken out. That upper wick zone was just almost a horizontal line here. It's just crisscrossing. You can see here price just wanted to push up. And we're looking at the ranges here on the week, 361 pips, 91 percentile after 4 or more anemic weeks in a row. You can see here though, even on the daily, with 80, we're only at the 16 percentile over the past 12 days, so that's pretty low. High minus previous high, 258 breakout. On the weekly, we didn't break out of the previous low, so we've got upward movement here. That's kind of obvious. Right now, weekly high minus close, 32, close minus low, 329. For the buy zone traders on the weekly, 285 high minus open, 76 open minus low. Once again, you can make pips both ways. Problem is that if it's going up but you're short and you get topped or you get stopped out, and then if you're short and it's going long and you get stopped out, you say, oh, that's the whipsaw. It's like, well, you might need to figure out what's going on with your timing if you're trading against something. Here on the price action simple chart, we've got the psychological lines, previous days, highs and lows, current days, highs and lows. You can see what price is doing here on the H1. It crossed that previous high and fell back through. A lot of times that's a trade to look for, especially when it's at or near or making new tops or bottoms for the day, or new highs and lows for the day. You can see we've got healthy, very healthy M30 ranges. Last 3-4 hours, healthy H1 ranges. So there's definitely pips to be made here. When you go up and down, 30 pips. For those who like to try and grab the big pips, might be obvious in hindsight, but you should be able to just say, look at it in the moment and trade accordingly. Okay, looking at another trading screen here. Lowest high triggered a few minutes ago. There you go. There was 6 pips to be made or more. 3 ball came in, put in 1 ball, started to reverse. Here looking back, there was the highest low, break to the downside there. And you can see here, it quote unquote trended, ranged, and then comes back the other way in the ranging, or rather in the trending, and it starts ranging. And you can see here, you can just kind of eyeball these ranges. And the using the semaphores, these balls help you start to see ranges versus the trending. I just hate using that the idea of trend, because if you look at different charts, different time frames, everything's different. So I have to figure out a better word. Upward movement versus downward movement versus range bound. And I could either say it's range bound or it's not range bound. Maybe that's the best way to express that. And you can see price pulling back. Once again, taking those pips when you can. But looking at some interesting statistics here, you can see we have pushed the year-to-date accumulated range. We're now over 1,000 pips. Year-to-date. Range by month. $480. So we've got, out of this year, we've got 3 months greater than 480. Who knows? We might be able to push this into the top. We'll have to wait and see. If we take a look at the June ATR, $629. So it looks like we still have some pips to go. We look at the ATR percent. We're at the 76%. So far this year, no pair or no month has exceeded its ATR. So we had a 96 and a 94. Now we're at 76 here for June. So once again, traders, if you don't trade the pound and you trade the euro or something, you can use these same methods and statistics and run your own on whatever pair or pairs that you trade. So that way you can apply all of these, all the methods, all the statistics, and when you're doing your analysis of your pairs. Okay. Close minus year-to-date open percent, 5.96 now. So that's the highest we've been. So that's not bad. In fact, 5.96, we scroll down here, move down, we've had 2009, we had a 13, and that, and okay, in 2006 we had a 7.4. So we're at the third highest percent return over the past 20 years right now. 7, 13, and nothing else is greater. So that's something to take note of. Let's see, is there anything else we want to look at here? Close minus year-to-date open, we've seen that. Close minus open, high, low by month, range by month. So once again, 480. Okay, on the daily, we've gone over these statistics. Before. Okay, we are definitely above the upper wick zone. For the week, percent of ATR, we're above it. So, fellow traders, the fastest 15 minutes in trading's just about up. So I hope you've had a profitable day, week, month, year so far. And as always, I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And I'm going to remind you, whenever you're trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.